All right, so I finally got some time to show you guys how I made these bags here. Okay, so for this tutorial, you're gonna need this little plastic sealer thing, some tweezers, scissors, some of these little clamps, and the water slide paper. This is the type that I used. All of the supplies are linked in my Amazon, on my Amazon thing. So you should find them. You can find them all there. You'll also need a bag. I'm doing a Joann's bag, so I have a Joann's bag. All right. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to cut out a piece of your bag. Since I'm doing a Joann's bag, I'm using a Joann's bag because that means that this is going to be the same color as the Joann's bag that I'm trying to recreate. Okay, so step one is to take your bag and lay it out. So first you're going to lay your bag out flat so that you can see what a bag looks like laid out flat. So when I say lay it out flat, take your regular size bag and lay it out and smooth it out flat. Okay, so you can get the general layout of what a bag looks like. Okay, and you're going to measure it too so that you can know what size this bag should be. So after you lay your bag out, you should cut out a template. Okay, I sketched like a little thing of what I feel like a bag looks like. Okay, so that's what I started with. This is a little template. Okay, so after you get your template, you're gonna take the piece of bag that you cut out and you're gonna fold it in half. Okay, then you're gonna take your template, put it on top of the bag. Try to make it a little, make it straight or whatever. And then you're going to take one of these clamps and clamp it down so it doesn't move, okay? The next step is to cut this out. Okay? So now that that is cut out, I can remove this stuff. Actually, I want to leave this on so that it stays together. Then I'm going to take this, which is listed on my Amazon. I had another one, but that one died, so I bought this one. This is like a chargeable one, but none of them really work that well for me, but we're gonna rock out with it. So this, I just try to go to the edge of the bag, as close to the edge as I can, and I'm just going to tap this until it seals each portion. I'm just gonna keep tapping it like that until it seals it. So you're gonna stop about right here. So you're gonna seal this side and you're gonna seal this side up until about this point, okay? So let's do the other side. Okay, now that's about right, sealed up on both sides. So the next step is take this off, take your bag, flip it inside out. Or right side out, because that was the inside that we just did. And be gentle so you don't rip your thing, but I use I use whatever I have laying around to like push this through. Okay, so we got it pushed through. Now what we're gonna do is we're actually going to take this side, put your finger in there and just like flatten it out, okay? Because we're going to fold these this way. So fold this one this way, fold this one this way. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. We folded them like this, okay? Try to make them even. so they're folded nicely. This one is not even, but we're going to proceed. So after you have them folded perfectly, unlike these, you're going to take your thing and you're going to go to the edge of right here, and you're going to do it just how you did the sides. This might take a little longer because it's more layers. It's 4 layers that you're trying to seal up together instead of 2. So it might take a little longer. Okay, so that side is sealed up, and we're going to do the same with this side. So make sure that's sealed up all together. And it is. I did a terrible job on this, so make sure that when you're folding your sides that it's nice and even. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just cut that off. Okay. Then I'm going to also like cut off any excess here. That way it's not a bunch of stuff. Okay, so now you've created your bag. I actually also did not cut this out well. Quite a few things I didn't do correctly, but do a better job than me, okay? Cut everything out how it should be cut out, and it'll turn out better than this. Okay, so you have your bag. Now the next step is to prepare your water slide paper, okay? Per the directions, you print the paper, get your images off the internet, however you have to, screenshot it, print screen it, however you need to. Find the images that you're going to use, print them on the water slide paper. The shiny side goes down on my printer. That's how it goes anyway. But the shiny side is the side that you're going to be printing on, okay? After you have printed on your water slide paper, you have to spray it with some kind of spray sealant, like 3 times, and then you have to let it dry and all that stuff. So prepare for doing that. I didn't spray mine as many times, so if you don't, then your image is just going to bleed off of the water slide paper. It's not going to work. So just follow the directions and do that. So I've done all of that stuff, and now I can cut out my image. Okay. There we go. And I can now dip it in some water, which I have prepared right here. So I just take this and I grab it with my tweezers and I dip it in the water. Okay. Some people say you have to let it sit or whatever, but I found that I didn't have to do that. I just dipped it in the water, and it's going to curve up, and that's fine. So now that you've dipped it in the water, what I do is I try to peel it up a little bit with my nail. And then once I have it peeled up a little bit, I can use the tweezers to take it off. So you see, it's like peeled up a little bit. So there it is. So now I can take this and peel it up. It's reattached itself. Okay, so there it is. Now, my problem with this water slide paper is that it does not stick to these bags. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm using the wrong kind of water slide paper, whatever. I don't know, okay? So I found that it didn't stick to the bags. I didn't want to buy any more paper because this water slide paper is not the cheapest paper in the world. So what I've done, got some Fabri-Tac, okay? And I put a little bit on the bag, and then I just plop this down on it. Now, let me show you. Just put a little bit on the bag. like that. That should be about enough. And plop this bad boy down on it. You want to make sure it's straight and it's not all crooked and stuff like that. But that's it. That's all I do. And that is it. So if you have ideas about the water slide paper, how to make it stick to the bags, let me know. But if not, I'll continue doing this. This is fine. But what happens is over time, the glue does harden and then the label can be peeled off of the bag. But just be careful. So that's it. That's how you make the bag. And, you know, once you figure it out, then you'll have a bunch of different bags and a bunch of different styles. And the way that I did this bag is the same exact way I did the first one, except I made a different template, which is wider and longer than the other one. And that's it. So let me know if you have any questions.